Here we are. We are present. Hello, 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 hello.
Bonjour.
Hello.
I feel like when we didn't know it was starting.
I know. How do we normally know? Do you have your screen on, Iolo?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I normally I share the screen normally.
And it was a nice little surprise for us all.
Yeah.
I can share it if you want to share it.
Well, I was just hoping that Iolo was going to react in some way that I would know meant we'd started, and he did.
So I'm professional. Just rolling with those things. Technical issues. It's not problem.
I feel like the awkward wave is our catchphrase at this point. We're always like awkwardly waving at the start and ends of it. Like, bye, no one.
Yeah. Not even live anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I can chop this up. And it's a good thing we're not live anymore because this one's awful. I expect primo performances from you guys because you're gonna have to you're carrying this script for me.
I miss the jeopardy of being live. That was like a good element. I think it added a little.
It won't be live anymore.
I can go live.
Attention span live.
Je ne sais quoi son.
I will click. I won't do it now, but it's a button press for me. It's just the issue was as soon as I pressed that button, I would be 3 seconds behind the rest of you.
Oh, it was like an internet issue.
Yeah, but I can. It's a peaks and troughs with my internet though. It's all dependent on how many other people are using the internet. And with my sister having moved out, it should be slightly better. But then my dad's discovered Apple TV recently, so he's just flying through that. So maybe
he's on the Severance train.
Not even Severance. He watched Presumed Innocent because Severance has too much sci-fi. Severance has an element of sci-fi to it, so my dad will never watch it.
This is hot content, by the way.
Yeah.
It's good that we're not live because
get rid of it. choppy. My script went through 3 full iterations of me panicked, grateful for the reprieves I got from Phil. Thank you, Phil, for being unavailable. Yeah, totally. Yep. Those ones.
Worried to give you an extra.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, because I was I had this very set idea, and I genuinely, this is the element of truth is when I'm driving, I think about all this stuff. And when I was driving, I remember thinking I'm so grateful because I've literally just I did a long hour drive, and I remember thinking, I've just nailed the script in my head in an hour. I'm done this. I'll bullet point it. I even set a recording for myself on WhatsApp, and I recorded all the beats to my script. And I thought, this is fucking genius. And then I got home, and then as is always the case, is as soon as you sit in front of that blank page and start writing out your ideas, it comes out as horse shit. And I was just this is awful. And I'd written 13 pages of it, barely gotten through the first act of the thing I was planning. I think I messaged you, Burge, saying this is going to be either 50 pages of drivel, or I'm not going to get it done. And I was proper stressing about it, really truthfully stressing about it. And so I changed altogether. Following week I wrote something completely different, and then I hated that. And so I just essentially settled on doing this, which is, as you'll see, it's a little bit of a cop-out. I genuinely think this is the best it was ever going to be, but yeah, it's a little bit of a cop-out, if I'm honest. Thanks for the round of applause, Philip. But yeah, it is what it is.
I feel like you perennially sort of sell yourself short.
Yeah.
I've heard this before. So
yeah.
No heed.
No, heed it. You should heed it.
All I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah.
I am looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's just, I've essentially just, because I think my issue with this is I take it too seriously. I get not stressed about it, but I just I always feel like it needs to be this really high concept genuine pitch for a real TV show, and for this one I just sort of like let that go and went, you know what, I'm just gonna have a fucking laugh. I'm just gonna make you guys say stupid shit. So that's what I ended up going for.
Dinkle, dinkle, do.
So remember, just give me the snips if you want to get something like cut that.
Cut that.
Yeah.
Cut the last 5 minutes of that.
So yeah, this will be 41 pages, but like the audience will probably see about 20 of them.
Here's some cuttable content. Luke, what is that vessel you're using for your drink? It's like a sort of beaker.
It's a Costa cup without the lid.
Ah.
Buy coffee from
More intrigued by what the drink is inside it.
Copperberg.
It is. No, it's lemonade and
Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie whiskey. Yeah.
It's wheat-free liquid juice.
Yeah.
I can't drink beer anymore, guys.
Got it.
I'm strictly cider and shorts now.
It's not like a barley-based malted.
I've already checked. I went through this process. There's things I can and can't drink.
It's not a single malt, is it?
Yeah.
It's
It's been filtered
I might
many
need to leave.
times.
Those cereals containing gluten.
Yeah, no, it's the filtration process removes anything. I've gone into research this to
So we've
cut this.
So we've cut that, and then the next thing is. So should we have a recap on the last?
Excellent.
Yeah. I think the only.
I feel like it's not relevant.
Pretty
We're
much.
still in the Octopi Studio.
Yeah. Yes. I've not done any sort of crazy aside or something. It's a continuation of the script. So you guys, in this fictional world wherein I'm an Oscar winner, you guys are pitching your scripts to me for the next possible thing I'm going to produce or create. But in this instance, I think I discussed it with Luke. Luke was like, "Oh yeah, like why don't I take it over and like you guys can do the last one?" I was like, "No, I'm just gonna get it out of the way," because the spinner has landed on me, and we rectify that a certain way, and yeah, that's where we're at. I think it doesn't need much more of a recap than that. I don't think. I don't reference much. We are caricatures of each other, so everything that is said in this script is not the views of the people that speak of.
Did you?
Of each other, of ourselves, except for Phil, who plays his character.
Yeah. Everything Phil says, he believes wholeheartedly.
IRL.
I endorse
These
this
things
statement.
already. I think.
Phil, show to watch programs.
Yeah. Everything I said, every one of the script of Phil's lines, as Adam said, is direct quotes that I remember Phil saying. So remember that.
Okay.
Should we delve into it? Get out of the way.
just before we start, I'm curious as to like, if you kept the thread of like the characterizations that Phil set up, and then I.
Yeah, I've dialed them up a little bit to a certain extent.
I feel this is what's going to happen. I feel like it's all going to get ramped up until whoever's last, and it's just going to be mental.
But I feel like I honed in on like a few of them, of the few of the characterizations. Like I honed in on me being an absolute cock, like no doubt about that.
It was always my intention, but I just don't think I quite got there with it.
Yeah. But I'm
just too nice.
I feel like I should remind you that in the last script, Adam for some reason rode a scooter.
Yes.
Scoot.
That might play into it a little bit.
Does the script squire?
Yes, script squire's in there. Yeah, script squire, which made me fucking laugh. Reading Burgess' script back to rehash my ideas was so fucking fun. It was ace. But yeah, there's a few callbacks to all things as well. So yeah, let's delve into it. Luke, I want a sound off you, buddy. 3, 2, 1, sound me. I love it. That's all right. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm going to just rearrange a little bit. I've forgotten to do one thing. Put it there. Cool. Sorry, I forgot to rearrange a single thing. I've done it now. All right, cool. All right, should we delve into it? The PDF is on the folder. I'm guessing you guys have all got it open. Right, let's go. But previously, Burge looks downcast. A solitary tear rolls down his cheek. He wipes it away with his beret. Iolo pulls out a gavel from one of the drawers in his fuck-off desk. I hereby declare that you are banned from the next 2 pitching sessions. He leans towards Burge and taps the gavel on his forehead. It's humiliating. Iolo covers Burge's nameplate on the spinner and goes to spin the spinnable spinner. Time to spin, time to spin, time to spin. That's what happens. The dial on the spinner goes round and round, flicking past Adam, Luke and Iolo's names, building tension with every rotation. The spinner slowly begins to ease off, but suddenly it lands on Iolo's name. Finally! Iolo begins banging the gavel maniacally on the table surface. Janet, bring me my scripts!
Wait, now, hold on. Surely that's a respin, right? I mean, we're pitching to you. What use have we to read one of your scripts?
Iolo throws the gavel at Luke, narrowly missing his head. Oh, I don't know, maybe because everything you've pitched to me thus far has been utter tripe, absolute drivel, unbroadcastable horseshit with nary a time machine in sight. What you need is inspiration. Your feeble little minds need to be poked and prodded in the right direction by a superior being. A writing god, of which there is no equal. A writer of such caliber that...
All right. We get it. Jesus.
Iolo looks at Burge sternly, who cowers. Iolo draws a sharp inhalation of breath. Johnny, bring me my scripts! No one heard that. Moments later, an elderly, sweaty secretary...
Everyone heard that.
An elderly, sweaty secretary, now named Janet, lugs in a large, cumbersome bag into the office as our writing crew watch on, unhelpfully aiding her by pointing where the bag should go, doing rad scooter tricks, in Adam's case, or looking at their watches with stern faces. Jesus, Janet, you'd bring them in a damn sight faster if you stopped and fucking moaning about your sciatica. Fuck's sakes. Can't find good help these days. Janet limps away and I'm clutching her aching back.
Sorry. Tell me about it. I was off in my head then, imagining it.
What do you know about managing staff?
Oh, here we go. I'm a small business owner, bloody. It's much better as a bakery.
Pop Tea Fitness is doing amazingly well, thank you very much.
Phil, I tried telling you that makes literally no sense. It translates to oven fitness. Phil growls towards Iolo. But that's great! Very original.
First bit of original writing you've done in years.
Phil lunges towards Burge before being held back by Adam and Iolo.
Just chill, dudes. You're being wicked gnarly right now.
Yes, we've more pressing issues to get to. Iolo gestures to Janet, who lugs in another strip sack.
My God, there are more?
Yeah, Phil. It's called having a work ethic. You'd understand if you'd write more than one script every 4 years.
Oh, that's fresh coming from you, Burge. Tell me, how's the 5th rewrite of your first novel going?
I'm really not sure the new direction is taken.
Well, that shows what you know, because it's testing really well, thank you very much.
As homosexual erotica.
In the grips of him is making a tongue, so shove it.
I liked it.
You would.
I'm sorry? Phil looks up the ceiling, pretending not to having said anything.
I had a similar amount of writing bags at home, actually.
The group look towards Luke with derision. Sure you do.
These are scripts, Luke, not vague bullet points ruminating on what currencies your Sky Kingdom might use.
Oh, fuck you, Mr. Muscles. At least mine aren't self-indulgent wank fest over my own fan-favourite character.
The idea squire chimes in.
I can't remember the voice. Skyin', like sky and yen. Probably wasn't the voice.
It is now.
It is now. Oh god, he's even programmed it with his terrible puns.
Oh, go fuck your mother, Mr. Oedipus.
Where has that even come from?
Ha! Yeah, Scoots McGee. Why don't you pop a wheelie over it?
What did you just fucking say? Nobody slanders the Scoots.
Janet opens the door, lugging in the last of the script bags.
I'll pulverise you into a sauce, you little shit.
Not if I get to you first.
The lads lunge at each other, finally actualising their inherent rage toward one another. Janet winces as the boys' fracas comes her way, crashing into the large pile of script bags. Scripts go flying into the air, fluttering down onto the ground in front of them. My scripts! My beautiful scripts! The lads all look at one another solemnly. Things might have gone up a tad too far. They in unison turn to Janet. Janet, you hog bitch! Look what you did!
Janet, you vapid fucking cunt! You've ruined our writing club! Hog bitch!
I should pummel you into dust, you vile old hog bitch.
Hog bitch, move, Janet. Hog bitch.
Get the fuck out, you hog bitch!
You hog bitch!
I had just me saying hog bitch originally, and I just laughed so hard that I made everyone say it. Janet runs out of the room crying. The boys nod to each other approvingly, having settled their differences over their abuse of a perfectly innocent grown woman. Iolo begins gathering up his scripts. Well, what the fuck are we to do now? We can't exactly read this mess of script pages.
Why were they all loose? Couldn't you just staple them together?
They don't make staples thick enough. Adam looks at this very script's 40-page count.
Well, we can at least help you organise them.
The rest of the boys agree, getting down on their knees to begin sorting the mess of pages. Luke lifts a single page.
Well, silver lining. I found an opening page at least. Something titled Burn Voyage.
Oh, that's a good one. With the plot device thoroughly set up in a cool 6 pages, we delve in. Cut to Burn Voyage, page 1. Interior dockyard day. On the precipice of a dockyard in Frankfurt, a gigantic luxury blimp gets ready to depart. The area is teeming with people, lugging large carts of baggage as they prepare for the blimp's maiden voyage. We focus in on a sports car which pulls into the dockyard rapidly. Stepping out of the car is a handsome, debonair, not that one, individual in an immaculate 3-piece suit. Kip Cunningham. Kip puts a finger to his ear.
HQ, I'm in position.
Confirmed, Kip. You've eyes on the objective.
Kip looks up at the mighty blimp, the Lakehurst.
Like 300 meters of it.
Good. Remember the mission, Kip. You're to identify the terrorist threat to the aircraft and neutralise them before they're able to act. Anyone catching your eye?
Kip scans the crowd. In the distance is a nervous, shifty-looking Arabic individual in a full dress holding his briefcase tight to his chest.
Have eyes on a potential suspect, as it may. Suspicious individual about to board.
And you're certain that's why you're profiling him?
What do you mean?
We just need to be certain. We can't have external factors clouding our judgment here, like gender or race.
This has nothing to do with race or gender. He's clutching his briefcase very tightly.
Well, maybe he just has important documents in them.
Okay, maybe, but there's also a sudden shiftiness to him.
He might have a syndrome. Is this me expressing my views again?
Yeah.
Kip, you're lying.
I've said it twice.
You said it.
Sorry, I didn't hear it. So.
What?
I'm just saying. Maybe he has a shifty syndrome. Wouldn't want to be ableist.
True. Last thing we need is another HR debacle.
I'm identifying a terrorist here, not giving the office lead an innocent slap on the bum.
Innocent?
I mean, heinous, evil, despicable, inappropriate.
Uh-oh.
It was a slip of the tongue. I'm cured of that now. I've been absolved? No, fixed. That HR call was fixed to me. Oh, please don't make me take the course again.
Well, maybe we should just say the mantra, just in case.
I'm not saying the fucking mantra.
Here we go again.
Nothing a quick call to HR won't fix.
No, hold on now. No need for that.
Well?
All right. Jesus, give me a second.
Kip takes a sharp inhalation of breath.
My name is Kip Cunningham, and I will not slap women on the rears.
There we go.
Was that so hard?
Kip looks around, a dozen or so eyes are now fixed toward him, shocked at his seemingly simultaneous outburst. Burn Voyage, Blimplosion 3. Written by Oscar winner Iolo Roberts, an Octopi Studio production. 34 Beverly Hills Boulevard, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, HO77, Dub4WD, 555-123-54321. If lost, return to Harrison Ford, my neighbour, no biggie. Interior Octopi Studio office, same time.
Oh, hold on. Burn Voyage 3. This is the third installment?
Yeah, part of the Burn Voyage quintology. Absolute bangers.
I'm sure.
What's that?
I'm sure anything you put your talented fingers to will be an absolute masterpiece. Anyway, here's another. Page 3, something called Gullzilla?
Cut 2, Gullzilla. Page 3, exterior, the Conway outer gull perimeter. Standing beside their large armoured vans overlooking the Conway Quays, a gruff older gentleman, Skip Horseburn, and his young protege, Jim Sponge, ensure their armour and padding are secure. In the distance, we hear the sounds of untold destruction and the horrific, laugh-like call of the Gullzilla. Behind them, a terrible castle of little note. Skip Horseman looks out towards the mountainous Great Orme, taking the occasional drag of his pipe.
Another day, another bread run, eh, Grunt?
That's right.
Heck of a job, gigantic bird monster. But we got to do what we got to do. If we don't keep the bird satiated, we might wander out of the enclosure that encapsulate all of Glendinnau.
I'm aware.
You know, when that monster first arrived, we saw it as a novelty. Can you imagine? Look there, that big seagull. Isn't it funny? Then when it grew big enough to eat buildings whole, we weren't laughing then. We were fleeing for our lives.
Fair play.
Yes. Yes, I know.
It still goes on. Jeez. We enclosed it to this small outcrop. The Great Orme put up high walls. Now we try our darndest to pacify it so that it doesn't wander out towards the mainland, or worse, England.
What are you doing? You think I don't watch the news? You think I'm that dense that I'm unaware of a gigantic bird monster?
There are scant survivors. Castle weren't swallowed whole like errant chips made from the mountains. Gullzilla took complete control. Glendinnau was lost. It's frankly a miracle it's too big to fly. Can you imagine the thought? A gigantic seagull terrorizing the entire country. Makes me shudder just thinking about it.
You having a stroke?
They kill those of us who run into the forbidden zone and feed its breadwinners. Bakers.
I'm aware. I'm one too. You reckon I applied for the job not knowing what it entailed?
We fill our wagons with bakers and sugary treats. Faceless seagull would go towards vile, inedible breads and cakes too disgusting for human consumption.
I know. From Popty Conway.
We drive into the town, drop off the bread, and satiate the being.
Who is this for? Why are you summarising?
Army maintain the perimeter preventing the monster's escape.
What is
It's
this?
been 10 years since the monster's appearance.
What are you
The
doing?
monster is immune to our weaponry.
Right, I'll just let you finish, shall I?
There's a pause. Skip struggles to think of more.
The monster is big. It eats... no, that's it. I think that's the gist of it.
Done, are you?
Yes. Sorry.
Nothing else you want to cover? Seagulls, internal anatomy, how humans came to invent the vehicle, our respective family histories.
No, I'm sorry, alright?
Right, in you get then. Let's go feed this giant fucking bird.
Skip Horseburn enters the armoured van. As Jim Sponge circles the van towards the passenger seat, he whispers into a hidden walkie-talkie.
Lieutenant Jim Sponge, in position.
Cut to interior Octopi Studio office. Adam clutches his head.
Ooh, I've got an exposition headache.
Yeah, classic move. Have a wise old man explain the movie in the opening few scenes. Then you can get straight to the time travel. The doors to the offices burst open.
The script's on the floor. We read short, sketch-like segments.
Reginald, where the fuck you been? It took me 6 fucking pages to set this up. Iolo throws a clump of scripts at him, forcing his exit.
Here's another Burn Voyage.
Cut 2, Burn Voyage 3, Blimplosion, page 8. Interior, Blimp backrooms. The suspicious individual from earlier bursts into the back room, fearfully fleeing from his pursuer, Kip Cunningham.
Now, stop right there, you.
I'm not doing a fucking accent.
No, that's fine. Don't do the accent.
Please, don't hurt me. Here, take it. You can have my briefcase.
Wait, what? But you're a terrorist.
Kip, come in. Radio, static, back rooms.
What? No, I'm not.
But you ran.
Because you chased me.
And you were clutching your briefcase very tightly.
My collection of antique spoons are in there. Very valuable.
But you're shifting us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Common mistake. I have shifty eye syndrome. It's a hereditary disease.
Fuck!
Kip, come in. Signal.
Kip puts a finger to his ear.
HQ, good. No signal. Listen, what will it cost me to pretend this never happened? Or, better yet, you'd let me tell my bosses you had something nefarious in that briefcase of yours, like contraband or something.
Your bosses?
Yes. Honestly, if they found out I unfairly profiled you because of a hereditary disease, I'll be in HR for a month.
Well, it's not exactly appropriate behaviour.
All right, Mahatma Gandhi. Not here for a lecture. And I'm not saying that because you're,
Coloured?
Your words, not mine. What will it cost me?
Cost you?
Yes, give me a number. I'll pay you. We leave here, and you tell my bosses I was right to profile you, and we go our merry way.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, please. I've already had some office snafus of late. If I have another one, they'll have me. Just the word testicles just threw me completely. That's like testicles, yeah. So if I have another one, they'll have me by my testicles. Come on, please.
Well, I do like your suit.
My suit.
Smash cut to interior blimp corridor. Kip exits the back room with the suspicious individual in tow. They've completely switched clothing. Kip wears a full Arabic dress, and the suspicious individual looks dapper in his new suit.
Kip. Oh, connection's back. Kip, did you apprehend the suspect?
I did.
And?
He's not the terrorist, but he did have illegal contraband on him. Right, friend?
Kip gestures to the individual.
Yes, I had illegal contraband. Your friend here apprehended me.
and you swapped clothes?
How could you possibly know?
Kip looks up at the ceiling. A security camera is pointed in their direction.
We managed to access the blimp's camera feed.
Great! Yes, we swapped clothes because, well, the reason he was carrying illegal contraband was that he didn't feel pretty enough in the clothing he was in. It was a self-esteem issue, so I offered him my clothing.
And now you're going to arrest him?
Well, no. We worked things out, actually. Had a nice talk, ironed it all out. All good in the hood. I'm not saying it that way because, well,
There's a pause.
Well, that's good, I suppose. Surprisingly sweet, actually.
Let's see what Kip meant, though. Guy does look mega shifty.
You can't say that. He does have a shifty syndrome. Inappropriate comment, fuckhead. Who's the inappropriate one now, Steve?
Kip falters. There's a pause on comms. The suspicious individual looks aghast.
Oh, fuck.
Smash cut to interior blimp toilet. Kip Cunningham sits on the bathroom stall, listening intently to the impromptu HR meeting arranged for him.
Welcome everyone to this quick meeting. I just firstly wanted to make some introductions. My name is Miriam and I am the Human Resources Manager and head of the Oversight Committee for the Large Vehicle Anti-Terrorism Squad. I just wanted to...
Fuck's sakes.
What's that, Kip? There's no need for the attitude.
I didn't have an attitude.
He did have an attitude, Miriam.
Steve, shut the fuck up, you fucking knock.
Cut to interior Octopi Studio office.
Antique spoons.
Not completely out of the realm of possibility. Adam clutches a page angrily in his grasp.
The fuck is this? Becoming Dad episode 2? What the fuck?
Oh, it's nothing! Pass it here! Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's me. Iolo tries to grasp the page. I was like, well, someone read it. Iolo tries to grasp the page, but Adam whips it away. He begins reading it. Cut 2, Becoming Dad, episode 2, page 10. Interior, doctor's office, day. Jack and Fiona sit in the doctor's office. Fiona's legs are sat up awkwardly in leg stirrups. A doctor, obscured by her medical gown, leans forward between her legs, inspecting her juicy badge. Iolo remove this later. Yes.
I just don't understand. Why would they call it that?
What's that?
A smear. What are they smearing?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh, that's cold.
White flash 2. The doctor pulls back from the medical gown, clutching a butter knife that holds a gross, viscous pink liquid. He smears it onto a slice of toast before lifting the toast to his mouth and smash cut to interior Octopi Studio office.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Iolo snatches away the page. Alright, Mr. Comedy, I'm just not that good at the cutaways, okay? Burge raises a script page.
Y'all an autobiography?
Okay, maybe we should just stop reading these. Iolo lunges towards the script page before being held back by Phil. Cut 2, interior, no. Iolo, an autobiography, page 3. Exterior, Hollywood studio, evening. Iolo, carrying a stack of grade A scripts in his grasp, angrily storms out of the A-list movie studio. Don't believe that I wrote these amazing scripts myself. Team of writers? Bah! I don't need a team of writers. I'm a bloody writing prodigy. Iolo wanders the streets of Hollywood. Suddenly, he catches sight of a group of lowly bums sitting on a nearby stoop in rags, playing banjos and heating mints on an open flame. Hey, you tramps! Iolo wanders over.
Aye, sir.
What are you up to?
I was just making mince pies and playing us a sing-song, sir.
Creative types, eh? An idea dawns on Iolo. What are your names?
Oh, sir? Well, my name's Adam, sir. This here's Phil.
Pleasure.
This here is Burge.
Yes, you too. Say, do you have any skills? Any special talents?
Well, Phil here does make a good bean scone.
A bean scone? What the fuck is a... You know what? Forget I ask.
It's where we make scones and an old tin of beans.
Didn't I just say to forget I asked? What about you, Adam?
I done yarn a good tale about sexy mums and that.
I was really looking forward to that line. Right, and you, Burge?
Oh, so we're going man.
I'm sure you do. Well, boys, it's your lucky day. Take one of these here scripts and read them. You can read, can't you? You're officially part of my newfound writing troupe. But Dan, if only we had a fifth. Most of my scripts have 5 people. At that exact moment, a rag and bone man goes walking by.
Bring out your dad.
You there, rag and bone man. Got any special talents?
Celiac disease, sire.
Excellent. We can cash in on the sympathy vote. Grab a script, boyo. You four are the newest members of my writing troupe. The boys cheer. but what to call it? Maybe Iolo Roberts and Co. or something?
Or something, aye.
Cut 2, interior, Octopi Studio office.
I miss my rag and bone days.
Sorry. Oh, God. Completely got me. You were never a rag and bone man, Luke. It's all a lie. Pure propaganda.
Luke looks confused.
This is insulting. Completely false. I have never and would never eat a bean scone.
Iolo grabs the script page in desperation. Hey, look here! Another page of Burn Voyage! Cut 2, Burn Voyage 3, Blimplosion, page 28. Interior, Blimp Corridor. Kip Cunningham is being held in a chokehold by a man dressed in a white shirt with white stripes on its shoulders.
Airplane pilots, I should have known.
The rest of the pilot's gang of co-pilots stand at the ready around him.
Name's Humanity, and I'll be your captain for today. Forecast show will be bringing on a splink like the Hindenburg, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. No aircraft will ever, so we say, replace the almighty plane.
Excellent. That's so good. The captain's co-pilots all stretch out their arms and give their trademark call in unison.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Just me. I look like an idiot.
Yep. Kip struggles with a huge grasp.
Pompous dickbags. You'll kill millions.
And retain a million more in frequent flyers. Our plan is as airtight as our cabins. Now it's time for you to be jettisoned.
Hugh tightens his hairy, pilot-y forearms around Kip's neck. Kip's face turns red as he struggles for air. Suddenly, the gaggle of co-pilots are accosted by a tiny hooded man dressed in black. With a flurry of kicks and punches, he makes quick work of them.
Unexpected turbulence.
Kip, taking advantage of the distraction, swings his head back, breaking Humanity's nose. Hugh goes toppling over backwards. Kip gasps as he retains his breath. He looks up at his saviour.
You saved me.
The mystery man sweeps back his hood, revealing him to be none other than Wingding, as seen in Burn Voyage 2, Big Train in Little China. Wingding, Luke. Smash cut to interior Octopi Studio office. Luke?
Oh, I can't read that.
What? What's wrong?
That's horrendously racist.
Racist? What do you mean racist?
We're white guys. We're already pushing it with the Mexican accent. There's no way we can pull off an Asian one.
What do you mean it's not racist? I'm giving them representation. How many Asian characters have you written into your script, say? You're the racists.
Well, I'm not reading it. Let Burge read it.
No, he has an important character later. He plays Patrick O'Donnell McKinley, the lovable Irish rogue. But
Did you finish? Oh, sorry, I thought you...
I
Oh, sorry.
I think I did the Irish rogue.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh, okay, good. It wasn't just me.
Oh, did I not? Did I say that? Sorry, did it like glitch out?
I think it was just the lovable Irish rogue, but
Oh, sorry, the lovable Irish rogue.
I'm not doing that.
Oh my God, you guys are such a bunch of prima donnas. It's not even racist.
You've named him Wingding. Even the name's racist.
Oh my God, no, it isn't. It's wordplay, like Odd Job. What would you have named him? Go on, equality expert. Give me a normal, totally unracist Asian person's name then. Go on. Phil mulls it over.
Chang Young.
Well, Bill's racist.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that was awful. Fine, Luke, just don't put on an accent. Read it as written. Should be fine. Cut to interior blimp corridor. Wingding, Luke. No hint of an accent.
Winding here to save the day. Me protect Kip long time. Bad pilot make blink go boom boom. Wingding here to stop.
Cut to interior occupied studio offices. Iolo. Yeah.
Cut that.
Yep. Iolo strips away the script page and angrily places the page on the table. All right, point taken.
Well, that left a bad taste.
Yeah, who knew Phil was racist?
Alright, fuck a lot of you.
Phil angrily lifts a page.
Here's one. Sesame High.
Oh, good one. My proposed sequel to Sesame Street. For teens. Right, 1 second. I'm just going to take my jumper off because I'm so hot from laughing. 1 second. Oh. My God. Right. Cut to Sesame High, page 2, interior apartment. 3 lovable, fluffy puppets mull around within their small, dingy apartment. As they take note of the audience, they get up and introduce themselves. Groggy, a long, lanky, red, fluffy thing, introduces himself first.
Oh, hello, friends. It's me, Groggy.
Followed shortly thereafter by Cranko, a hairy yellow blob of a being.
5-0. We no see you there. My name Cranko.
Cranko is followed by Bobsy, a green, hairy creature reminiscent of a bird.
And I'm Bobsy. Welcome to our apartment. We're so happy to have you here.
The 3 wait a moment before looking around themselves in confusion.
Wait, where's Whipsy?
The trio are at a loss, as their 4th friend, Whipsy, is nowhere to be found. They look upstairs toward Whipsy's room.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Groggy?
I think I know where Whipsy is.
They make their way up the stairs. They go around the door to Whipsy's room and place their ears gently on it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What Whipsy doing?
Right, Cranko. Whipsy, he's masturbating. Again? Yes, Bobsy. Like we learned all about in last week's episode with Rupert Grunt.
What the fuck?
I know what you.
Who's the big boy? Who's the big boy?
Why is he still doing it after all this time? Well, Babsy, if something feels good like masturbation does, then it is very easy for someone to become addicted to it.
Oh, addiction. Like we learned about in episode with Russell Brand 2 weeks ago.
Babsy didn't like that episode. None of us did. Addiction is when something makes you feel good, and so you do it all the time. So Whipsy is addicted to masturbation.
Take it all! Take it all!
I think so, Babsy. Whipsy is what we call a serial masturbator.
As Groggy speaks the words, they appear above them in glowing font. The 3 marvel at the words.
Wipsy has cereal. Cranko wants some.
Cranko bursts through the door.
Cranko, wait!
Inside the room, the three enter, witnessing Wipsy, a small, fluffy pink thing, going to town on his fluffier bit.
Get out! Get out, all of you!
Wipsy lunges forward to cover the PC screen he sat in front of.
Cranko, you remember what we said about personal space boundaries?
Maybe Russell Brand should have been in that episode.
Look, he really is serial masturbator.
Through the cracks in Wipsy's fluffy fingers, sprawled on the screen are various sordid images of breakfast cereals.
It's not what it looks like.
You masturbate to cereal?
Oh no, Cranko. You know what you just did?
What?
You kink-shamed Wipsy.
They all gasp, the word kink shame appearing glowing font above them, which all four marvel at. Wipsy still holding his puppet junk. Cut to interior Octopi Studio office.
Oh, I wish I'd had a show like that when I was a teen.
The episode in personal space might not have been alright.
What do you mean?
Luke tugs at the t-shirt clung tight around his torso. The words "Pop de Fitness" stretch awkwardly across his bountiful bosoms. Phil's eyes. Rupert Grint was a gentleman. That man's forgotten more about masturbation than I'll ever know.
Oh, I found some more pages of Godzilla.
Cut to Godzilla, page 112. Exterior, clad in those skies. Jim Sponge, now sat in the cockpit of a fighter jet, descends upon the Great Orm, the Godzilla in his sight.
You've got it in your sights, Lieutenant Sponge. Take the shot.
Jim Sponge hesitates. Flashback to interior dilapidated mall earlier. Jim Sponge recalls carrying the wounded Skip Horseburn into a rundown shopping mall, trying in vain to stem Skip's wound from having been pecked in the abdomen. Jim lays Skip on the ground and makes a horrific discovery. We're in the mall, toward the back, Edison, no, near the boots, Phil, is a gigantic nest with equally gigantic eggs nestled inside it. Jim looks on in horror before Skip grasps tightly to his pant leg and reveals a shocking truth.
'Twas us, boy. We created that there monster. Years of dumping radioactive waste into waters. 'Twas us, boy. 'Twas us.
Phil's ain't nailing that. Skip slumps down, dead. Flashback to exterior, Sandino beachfront, the past. Jim recalls the fateful childhood holiday when he lost his parents. He stood on the road looking toward his parents' campervan, crushed under the gigantic footprint of the Godzilla. Tears stream down Jim's young face. Cut to exterior, Sandino skies. We return to the cockpit of the fighter jet.
You hear me, Sponge? Take the damn shot.
No.
Cut to interior Octopi Studio office.
Ooh, found another Burn Voyage.
Cut to Burn Voyage, page 104. Interior blimp cockpit. Kip Cunningham struggles with the gigantic bolt-like steering wheel of the blimp, looking out towards a black storm cloud. Humanity lays on the ground nearby, wounded. His breathing is laboured, owing to the bullet wound in his chest. Wingding looks out the cockpit window, panicked.
Holy nunchucks.
The storm cloud suddenly swirls into itself, revealing a time portal.
What's happening, Kip?
Good addition. My God, they didn't want us to bring. They didn't want to bring us down like the Hindenburg. We are the Hindenburg.
Through the portal, we see 1,000 onlookers hoping to witness the landing of the Hindenburg in 1937's Manhattan.
Brace yourselves for a bumpy landing.
The blimp passes through the portal, the New York skyline now in full sight.
Kip, what do we do?
We've got to.
Suddenly, Kip is accosted by humanity once more, whose mortal wounds have healed owing to them travelling back through time, obviously.
Starting our descent.
Hugh takes a hold of the controls and pushing them violently downward. The blimp begins to descend rapidly. Cut to interior Octopi Studio office. The boys are now scrambling around for script pages. Luke finds one.
Final page of Godzilla. Got it?
Godzilla, page 113. Cut to exterior Sadido skies. The Godzilla lets out an almighty call as Jim Sponge's plane narrowly avoids it, making a U-turn around its immense body and turning back towards the outer Conway perimeter. The Godzilla follows in pursuit.
Sponge, what are you playing at?
It was us. The only beings responsible for the destruction of Clandon is us. We blamed them for stealing our food, for plaguing our seaside towns, but it is our hubris that got us here. We're the ones who contaminated the waters. We're the ones who ate delicious chips in abundance at seaside towns, and yet we blame them? Their only crime is adapting to our gluttony, thriving upon our wastefulness. And when a creature is born from our nefarious actions, we seek to kill it? No. This monster is our punishment. We deserve Godzilla.
Jim Sponge, you turn that plane around. That's a direct order.
This is a monster of our own making, and it is only fair that for once, we adapt to them. I will not strip another family of its parent. Enough have died.
Jim Sponge trains his missiles and fires a shot directly at the walls of the outer convoy perimeter. The Godzilla descends upon the newfound opening.
Men at the perimeter, ready your arms, ready your...
We hear a gigantic crash as the mighty foot of the Godzilla breaches the perimeter. 1,000 soldiers fall back in their vehicles as the Godzilla escapes its containment.
Sponge, you'll be court-martialed for this. I'll have your head.
The corporal's threats fall onto deaf ears. Jim Sponge looks out of his cockpit window towards the setting sun. He's flooded with memories of him happily feeding seagulls on the beach with his parents prior to their death. He flies towards the sun, a solitary tear running down his face as the Godzilla wreaks havoc upon those who created it. The end. Cut 2. Interior, Occupy Studio office. Luke wipes a solitary tear running down his face.
Oh, beautiful.
Another Burn Voyage, right here.
Cut 2. Burn Voyage, page 115. Exterior, blimp roof. Kip Cunningham and humanity come to blows on the roof of the blimp as the New York skyline rapidly comes closer beneath them.
You won't get away with this, Hugh. I'll see to it.
You fool. Don't you see? I already have.
Humanity lands a blow, knocking Kip to the ground. Kip tumbles off the roof, saving himself at the last second by clinging to an edge. Hugh stands smugly above him.
Fasten your seatbelt and remain seated, Kip Cunningham. We're approaching your final destination.
I don't think so, Hugh.
Oh, you don't, do you?
You've made the error that all you pilots ultimately do.
And what's that?
You delayed.
With a flourish, Kip loosens his grip with one hand and reaches into his pocket, revealing an antique spoon left by the outfit's previous owner. He chucks it towards Hugh, hitting him in the eye.
Unforeseen circumstances.
With an almighty push, Kip leaps up onto the blimp's roof and with a final flourish, kicks Hugh off the blimp. Kip Cunningham stares triumphantly at Hugh's falling body.
Woe to humanity.
Cut 2, interior, Occupy Studio office.
Idea Squire, right, that one.
All me, baby.
Oh, another page of Iolo the autobiography.
Oh, we can just keep looking for more Bon Voyage.
Fuck that nonsense. Read it.
Cut 2, Iolo, an autobiography, page 69. Interior, Iolo's office. Iolo, tirelessly working away under the candlelight on an elite level script, is suddenly interrupted by a knock at his door. Come in. At the door is Phil, now rid of his tramp-like appearance and assuming the demigod aesthetic he does on a day-to-day basis.
Iolo, can I have a word?
Phil, what's got you up here at this hour? Phil strolls steadily towards Iolo's desk.
Well, I just wanted to thank you, actually.
You did?
Yeah, words can't describe how grateful I am for what you did for me. You pulled me up in a gutter and made me the man today. So for that, I'll be forever grateful.
Honestly, don't worry about it.
I made you this.
Phil places a scone on Iolo's desk.
It's a real one, not a bean scone, in case you were wondering.
The pair laugh. Phil extends his hand. Iolo gets up from his seat to shake it. They stand there grasping each other a moment longer. They look longingly in one another's eyes. Iolo begins caressing Phil's hand with his thumb as Phil bites his bottom lip.
Maybe I could... Maybe I could show you how good it is.
Iolo's awash in trepidation. He swallows hard before responding. I'd like that. Suddenly, with a single swoop, Phil rips off the shirt he's wearing. His pectoral muscles glisten in the candlelight. Iolo salivates. They lunge at one another, tearing away clothing until smash cut to interior Occupy Studio office.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Oh no, come on, that was the best one yet.
Finally, something tantalizing.
Oh, yeah. That's just about it. Take it. Yeah.
Did someone find another page of Sesame High? There's a flush and Luke comes out of a nearby toilet.
Good stuff, Iolo.
The word serial masturbator in firming glowing font above him.
Hold on. Iolo, all these scripts, they're typed. Doesn't that mean you have copies of them on your PC?
Oh wait, Chef! Yeah, I do. Fuck this shit. Janice, you hot bitch! Clean this mess up! Right, let me go print one out. I'll go grab Burn Voyage 4. It's a doozy.
Oh no, there's no need, really.
No, I don't mind.
Oh, but look, I accidentally spun the spinner.
The spinner ticks away. And covered my name.
Yeah.
The spinner spins round and round, slowing down to a crawl until it stops suddenly. And there it is. There is the tiniest of post-credit scenes. If you want to read it, you might not want to read it, but we'll carry on anyway. Post-credit scene: exterior, New York City day. Wingding and Kip stand triumphantly, having landed the blimp safely. Just read it normally.
We save a New York City.
Glad we did, old chum.
But we now stuck in 1937. What we do now?
I'll tell you what we're going to do, my little Asian friend. We're going to stop 9/11.
Kip Cunningham will return in Burn Voyage 4. Time to forget. Right, that's it. That's the fucking shit. Never again. Fucking hell. Oh my god, I'm hot. I'm sweating and I'm hot.
So warm.
I'm so
That scene at
hot.
the end of the other.
Yeah, 100%. There was far more to that.
I want the director's cut on that one.
It's all
That
that.
was really like first time out, and then
Yeah.
It was 72
I know, yeah. I kept just reaching climax and having to redo it all again.
Oh my god.
Oh my
that
god.
was crazy.
Yeah. I told you, make note it's not live. We don't have to put that on the YouTube or whatever. I literally just wrote it and I was like, some of this is like on the edge.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
No. I enjoyed it because my original idea, I originally wrote a lot of Burn Voyage. I genuinely wrote my original idea was going to be Burn Voyage with us cutting back. So I'll admit Wingding was in it from the start. I'm not even going to pretend it wasn't. But Wingding was it was a lot of that kind of cutbacks where it was it was James Bondy sort of film, really sort of easy to have plot, which was just James Bond saves a blimp from crashing, with that ridiculous time travel twist at the end, and it was just going to be lots of cutbacks to me, and I had this idea of him having a love interest that was called Uma Sanitary, and she was a beautiful girl that was just very insanitary, and an idea that I had was that the idea of them traveling through a time portal at the end was one that I reused for my rewrite of Indiana Jones 4. I was just gonna pretend that that Iolo wrote Indiana Jones and all this stupid shit. But as I was writing it, the issue I was having is that to get from one place to the next, I had to I had to write a genuine bit of exposition for every bit he was in, and it was just a bit tiring. So I rewrote it as you guys going Yolo, this script is 300 pages, we've only got 30 pages, let's skip through it. So I was skipping through it to little bits, but then some of the bits just didn't marry up to the others, and I was some of this is shit. I like the idea that he it's James Bond but with 2 HR representatives in his ear. I thought that was quite funny, so I thought fuck that. So then I scrapped that altogether, and I thought I'll write Gullzilla. I'll literally write Gullzilla. So I started writing Gullzilla, and wrote it had an opening section that was just Jim Sponge looking out at his parents having been killed, and then it cut to the Skip Horseburn bit, and then the Skip Horseburn bit I kept on laughing at how much exposition I had to put in it, so then I just sort of made the joke that there was just Skip Horseburn just couldn't help himself. I really enjoyed that. That was very well read by you guys as well. Fair play that you really carried that. And then and then I just thought, you know what, this is good, and there's some bits of Burn Voyage that is good, so I'm just gonna sketch show it to a certain degree and just have it be little pages with the occasional joined in bit, and I think it was a bit of a cop out, but fuck, I couldn't.
No, I thought it worked really well. And yeah, I can see where you're coming from in terms of having that through line of the Burn Voyage kind of bullet points sort of thing, rather than trying to do the whole script, because like I say, it would have been hard to cram that sort of situation into say 30-40 pages.
Yeah, but then there was a lot, there was some scenes that just went nowhere. I had this big dinner scene with like this, like all the characters being introduced and stuff in it, and there was like this weird an Uma Sanitary was this like woman that was like super insanitary, and she was clearly meant to be like the love interest, and Kip just was not interested because she was so like horrible and unsanitary. And then like there was this setup with like a birthday party, and in the end I wanted him to fight her and drown her whilst the happy birthday song was being sang in the background. And then I had this idea that like I wanted Phil to play a non-standard character, so I had Phil play like a little girl through it all, and it was just a nightmare of like pacing. So I just was like, oh fuck this, I'm just gonna fucking sketch it.
I think it worked really well. Yeah, I agree with Phil. I think it was like perfect, and it worked as well with it being in fiction, with it being your turn, that it wasn't like a proper like here's this one script. Like all the different ones.
Yeah, I like the intercuts in with back to the Spanish studio sort of thing. So it works well in that respect as well.
Because that's the funniest part to write. I thought like that the bit of like us being like hating each other's guts and saying horrible things to one another. I fucking thought that was so funny. I loved writing that bit.
I lost my reason at that bit, the northern bit.
God! I made myself laugh with that. I was literally laughing like an idiot just to the idea of me saying like, "Hey, you tramps!" to like you guys as I came over.
That's great.
I like heating mince over an open flame. I was just like, "That's so funny."
I love the idea that Phil ascended to be your like servant boy.
I bet you liked that, Phil. You loved that, did you?
I liked it a lot.
That was my favourite scene. Yeah, it was. That was fun. There was more to it. There was so much more like shit, and I was like trying my best to figure out what like, because like the original idea I had for the Bunn Voyage when I ended up cutting the entire thing was I was gonna have Kip Cunningham like constantly be found in like really ridiculous, because it always annoys me in like TV shows when like they like get caught in a shit situation and they're like, oh, I'm the safety inspector, and the person's like, oh yeah, okay, fair enough, and I'm like, that's such a ridiculous thing to believe. So I was going to have him be like, he starts off coming out of a barrel to like sneak onto the blimp, and a guy catches him, and then he's like, oh, I'm just a barrel inspector, and the guy's like, oh, in a 3-piece suit, and he's like, yeah, this is my natural barrel inspector uniform, and then he speaks to the people in his ear. And he's like, oh, who's that you speaking in here? Oh, Barrel Inspector HQ. And then the guy believes him, and then Kip like's going like, hold on, you believed that? And like gets really concerned about the guy's well-being because he believed such an obvious lie. And then I was going to have like that be the sketch. So like Kip's just constantly caught in like a ridiculous thing, and he makes up a really weird lie. And like they go crazier and crazier, and he's just like aghast at how easily it is to confuse people. But then it didn't work out. And I threw away loads of like stupid sketches. Yeah, it's good though. It was enjoyable to
very
imagine.
Funny.
Yeah.
I enjoyed you guys reading it.
Not last time much for a while, to be honest. It was pretty good.
Fair enough. Yeah, bit racy. We'll discuss putting that online maybe. Because the wingding thing in my head, I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and I was thinking to myself today actually, it's like, yeah, maybe it's a bit racy, the wingding stuff, but I was like. I was really maybe no, but I thought like it'd be really funny. Like I was wanting. I should have made it like what I should have done is like make it more clear that Luke was reading it normally, because I think the mistake I made was like I made the text read Asian with the idea that Luke would read it normally, and it'd be funny that like the script wasn't being read as it was, because like it would have been my thing, but then it was like the tendency is to just read what's on the page. So I was like, oh god, it's a bit like sketchy trying to get Luke to sort of like not pretend to be Asian but also pretend to be Asian.
And Luke's no longer allowed to be a teacher.
Yeah, he's banned. And I also I like that Burge refused to do the Arabic voice early on as well. I was like, that's
going to play later. Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I just said I'm not doing an accent. I didn't say.
Yeah,
could have been Irish.
Stepping in a shark-infested waters with current affairs, aren't you?
Yeah. Why? Is there a blimp gone down?
There's a giant seagull in there, isn't there?
That's exactly it. The Godzilla, Gulfra.
I've often thought about Godzilla because they are getting exponentially bigger. So within like 30 years, Godzilla's going to be a thing.
The thing is that I genuinely think that's a good movie idea. I genuinely think it's good.
I'm with you on that one.
I think like you can make like a Godzilla
movie.
movie.
Script idea about a giant duck. Have I made that up?
No, it was a giant swan. And then I changed. Since then, the idea in my head has adapted to
Right.
be a seagull.
I shit you not, my background, one of my backgrounds now has swans in it. Quite a lot of swans.
Exactly. It's like because we did discuss it, because I think Luke had the idea that like the royal guard was refusing to shoot it because it was the queen's animal. So like that was the entire idea, that it was like swan version of Godzilla, but nobody was willing to take it down because
seagulls are a protected species, so you could lean on that as well.
I suppose so. I just think it would be really funny, like the seagull thing, and then containing it, because I think the Great Elm would be a really funny place for it to be as well, because it's like kind of a weird like outcrop, so like they could easily like close it in there. And I also like the idea of like because you know, like there was that film, that James Bond film,
Snakes on a Plane.
Yes, that was it. That's it. I just wanted to
Samuel
point out
Jackson
that there was a film called Snakes on the Plane. No, there was Henry Cavill film where he's a spy. Yes, Man from Uncle. Where he is that the one where it's a Steve Carell film where with The Rock, and Steve Carell's a spy. A comedy film based on an old TV show
with Tina Fey. No.
Yes. No, Rock's in it, and it's like based on an old TV show. Fuck. Never mind. But the entire idea is that he's like the man in the ear for the agent, and then all the agents' identities get compromised, so they send him in as an agent. Get Smart, that's it. Get Smart, yeah. So he gets sent in as an agent because he's really good at like all the spy knowledge and stuff, but he just doesn't have the physicality of it. So they send him in as a spy, and he's got like slapstick humor, whatever. And I just think it'd be so funny if you had like traditional James Bond like from the 70s, but like he's in the modern era, and in his earpiece is like HR and a full office of people, like sort of like questioning his every move. Like if he's like trying to pull a woman, they're just like, oh, maybe have some boundaries, and like maybe you shouldn't gamble on the job. Like all that thing in his ear. I thought that'd be really funny. So yeah, I'm gonna write Burn Voyage. I'm gonna write Godzilla. Yeah. But anyway.
Very good.
Yeah. Nice.
Spin the spinner?
It's a spin for it, yeah.
Spin, yeah. Spin the spinner.
Can you share
I
it?
will share. I'll share the screen. Share screen.
Anyone got any ideas or thoughts?
No.
I think the wheel of names should be updated from last time. Yeah, it's just 2 people. Cool. Right, you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah, we see it. Okay, let's click to spin. Who will it be? It's Luke Williams. Wait for the applause. Yay! Luke Williams.
Nice.
Come on down.
Got any ideas, mate?
Exciting.
Yeah. Cool. Had ideas for a long time. I have a bit of a breakdown which I'll have to adjust to accommodate what you've just written and what Burge wrote, because I wrote it before we did Burge's. I'll dig it out. I have to adjust it ever so slightly.
Yeah. Because I think your like personification in the script is like sci-fi, and like I read Burge's one, and then I'd originally written mine, and I made you like that slightly bit ditzy in it as well. So like you might have hinted at that. I might have hinted at it in my script where I was like, I miss my rag and bone days, and Burge goes, you were never a rag and bone man. Like it's just like that kind of like ditziness here. So I wonder if you're gonna milk that, Luke.
It'll be an interesting direction. That's all I'll say.
Cool.
It's going to take an interesting direction.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not available next week anyway, so it'll have to be 2 weeks. Would you manage that?
I am off school, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Cool.
See you in November.
2026.
Which is rich.
Cool. I do. I like that the spinner still like lets you spin for one name. that's the saddest looking thing.
Spin it. Just
One is the lonely.
Who's the last script?
Cool.
Nice. It's Adam.
Right, I wonder. Well, we should finish this. Like, let's just close this out. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.